Good afternoon, traders. It is Monday, December 9th, 2019, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Uh, we had a pretty good day today. It was a little bit bittersweet, and I'll explain that in just a second. But regardless, we did have a good day today. Um, the Dow was down today. You can see here what happened. It opened essentially unchanged and then was kind of sold off all day long, and then a nasty sell off right at the end here, closing on its low, officially down 105. Now, as the chart goes, that chart looks pretty bearish, but I've been doing this long enough to know that predicting the Dow based on chart analysis is pretty shaky. So I don't know what it's going to do tomorrow. I wouldn't worry about it crashing. Let's put it that way. Okay, what was bittersweet about today was first of all the action we had in terms of where we were yesterday, or not yesterday, but on Friday compared to where we were today, was very, very encouraging. We basically doubled our open trade equity over the weekend. So that's always good, because holding things over the weekend can be a little bit scary, but it worked out for us beautifully. And we ended up closing out $16,000 positive, and that was in spite of the fact we carried our biggest trade into today. So that's not counting our best trade. So we still made $16,000 on everything else that we closed out. That was very good. The bitter part of this is we only got 6 positions today, 2 positive and 4 negative, and we're negative $1,600. Wow. Hey, if we make 16,000 and closed out, and we carry negative 1,600 in open trade, that's not bad. But those 6 positions earlier on today were at one point up $11,000 positive. And what happened is our good stocks got a little less good, and our bad stocks got a lot worse. And so that just sucked the positive equity out of that open trade figure. But regardless, it's not over to the fat lady sings. So we'll just wait and see what happens tomorrow. I'm going to show you 3 of our good trades today. This first one is IMMU, which is Immunomedics Incorporated. Immunomedics Incorporated, we bought this on Friday on a morning gap up. We buy the gap. It kept moving very nicely there all day long. Just a little bit of pullback here, but it did pop up a little more for us on our exit this morning, and we did really well on that. And we took $3,800 out of Immunomedics Incorporated. Good trade there. And the second one here that I want to show you is in energy, and this is CPE, which is Callan Petroleum Company, and we had bought this last Thursday toward the end of the day. It actually closed against us on Thursday, but it just screamed on Friday all day long, and of course that kept us in the trade. And this morning it pushed up even more for our exit there, and we exited this with $5,200 in positive closed out trade. Really nice. Love it. Anyway, Callan Petroleum Company. And finally, the thing that I almost feel I would have liked to have gotten out of, but it's a skitsy market, and you never know what's going to happen with this stock. This is DEGHS, which is a short position on natural gas. And on Friday, we bought this in the middle of the day. Didn't do too much of it for us by the close, but did this huge gap up this morning with us already long. And you know, it was up $11,000 here for the first 2/3 of the day, and it looked very stable, but it kind of sold off here toward the end. But even with that sell-off, we're still up $8,000 in DEGHS, the inverse natural gas. So it still looks pretty good, but again, it did close there on its low, and this thing can gap it can gap either way. It could gap up tomorrow, it could go gap up tomorrow above these highs today, and we would really be hauling in the dough then, but it could gap the other way too. DEGHS is always a gamble, so we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, that's the way it went. Good day. Can't complain. Trader Bob signing off. Be back here tomorrow on Tuesday.